$250 billion. It isn't the taxes what we pay to the government. It isn't our defense budget. I mean, India's defense budget. Then what it is, Rohan? It is the amount pooled into India from different countries for the development of artificial intelligence, AI.
The AI summit that's underway. Sumita caught up with the Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav at the India AI Impact Summit, where he remained confident of India's AI future, adding that Indian models will be at par with the global standards and the country will attract over $200 billion of investment in AI infrastructure in the next 2 years. Let's listen in.
On the infra, we are expecting more than $200 billion worth investment in the coming 2 years.
That is the amount invested not from a tenure of 10 years. It is just invested in India in just 6 days. What, Google? Yes, in 6 days, India got an investment worth $250 billion from other countries. Google came, OpenAI came, Perplexity came, Anthropic came. And not just that, my dear friends. 90 countries' delegations arrived for this event. Is it an event? Yes, my dear friends. We are speaking about the greatest economic event that our Indian textbooks, they are going to remember it for the next 20 years. I am speaking about the Indian AI Summit 2026.
Namaste. दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी और ऐतिहासिक एआई इम्पैक्ट समिट में आप सभी का हार्दिक अभिनंदन है.
I am going to derive how is this going to impact India, our own motherland, and how is it going to impact the students, as I'm also a student, and how is it going to impact the citizens of India and other countries. Before I speak about the story in 2026, my dear friends, let me take you to the year 1991. Yes, 1991. It is July 4th, 1991, 2 o'clock a.m. Yes, midnight, 2 o'clock a.m. in the Indira Gandhi International Airport, aka New Delhi Airport. A convoy of heavily guarded vehicles with a huge motorcade arrived in the runway of Indira Gandhi International Airport. Why? They had huge containers which were shipped to different nations from India. Now the question is, what was in those containers? These containers had valuable gold. Yes, the valuable gold was inside these containers, and these containers were shipped from India to other nations. This is not the citizens' gold. It is the Reserve Bank of India's gold. It is the India's National Reserve. Where is it going? It is going to the Bank of London, Bank of England in London. Why? Because, my dear friends, India in 1991 was facing the adverse impact with economic crisis. We were in the cusp of bankruptcy. Yes, India was way closer to the bankruptcy than ever before. And we had only, the amount of that India had was just suitable for 2 weeks of imports. Means India was not having so many investments to fulfill its demands. Now, did we sell the gold? No. We pledged the gold. We gave gold as a collateral to receive loans. We kept the gold in the Bank of London. Few weeks later, again, 20 tons of gold flew again from Delhi, this time not to UK, but to the Union Bank of Switzerland in Zurich. Yes, so altogether it's 67 tons of gold. Now imagine, India being so rich country, in the first, second and third centuries and later centuries, India was the richest nation on the planet. But we came into a situation where we need to pledge or we need to give the gold as a collateral. The same India which built Taj Mahal, pouring its gold in the middle of the night because it has no other options. Horrible situation for India. Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, Finance Minister Manmohan Singh did something that nobody expected. Yes, what did they do? They did not panic. They did not play for sympathy. They did not reverse the damage, but they did something that the world never expected. They used the crisis to cover something radical. What is that radical? We have guessed it right. They opened India's economy. Where did they open one? Finally, liberalization came into India. Let me explain. Licensing requirements, I call it license Raj, was abolished. And import bans were abolished. The foreign investment barriers were removed. So, India's economy from closed economy became the open economy of the world. So, any country or any company in the world can invest in India. From this opening, or I can call the liberalization period of India, had an adverse impact. Not adversely in the negative terms, but adversely in the positive terms. We got something called unemployment in 1991, and that unemployment was almost cut down after the liberalization period. So many companies came in India and they opened their own startups and they opened their own industries in India.
Many companies are setting up industries in India, driving economic growth and creating jobs. From manufacturing to infrastructure, these investments are building a stronger future,
which made employment generation, capital pooling, and many others and economic shifts happened in India. And you know what? IIT graduates and IIM graduates were unemployed. Suddenly, they were getting calls from American companies. Why? Because liberalization period made exposure of Indians to the world. And not just that, our Indian startups, like Infosys at that time was a startup, and many such startups served to the 500 Fortune companies, from bankruptcy level to serving to the 500 Fortune companies. A whole new level accomplished. And not just that, my dear friends, now you get it. After investing these many things in Wipro, Infosys and all, we are coming something called as a boom, called the IT boom, information technological boom. We can see Bangalore is the IT hub, Hyderabad is the IT hub. So that was the result from the liberalization of India. And not just that, my dear friends, we use something called UPI, Unified Payment Interface. Every day we use that. That was a result of this liberalization. Whoa, so many results, Rohan. Yes, my dear friends, so many results can be seen from just this one move. I can say a big, crucial move.
Today, we're exploring UPI, the Unified Payments Interface. It's a seamless, secure way to directly from your bank account with your phone. With explosive growth, UPI is transforming how India transacts.
And that story didn't stop there. Then came something called Mission Chandrayaan-3.
Chandrayaan-3 begins its descent towards the moon's south pole. Thrusters fire, slowing its approach through the dust. Contact light. The Vikram lander has touched down successfully.
The Mission Chandrayaan-3 was launched and it finally and successfully landed at the moon's south pole. The first country to land in the south pole of the moon in the entire human history was India. I'm proud to be an Indian, my dear friends. To put into perspective, my dear friends, it is way less than many Bollywood films budget. Now you may say, Rohan, we were speaking something called AI Summit. Why did you go to 1991? My dear friends, in 1991, India flew gold to various nations because we didn't have funds and we didn't have investments. But in 2026, the game and the story changed completely. In 2026, the world flew 1,60,000 crores plus investment into India. So what are the lessons from this? My dear friends, there are 3 lessons. Lesson number 1, don't fear the fall, learn to crawl. Every crisis destroys something and even creates something. So if you want to be a winner, think, how can I use the opportunity? So please don't fear for that. Learn how to come out from the crisis. India at that time didn't fear. Our leaders didn't fear. Our economists didn't fear. They thought of something new and that resulted in IT boom. So They didn't just fear, they thought of a solution. So my dear friends, we as students or we as citizens of a proud, respected nation of the world, we need to think how can we adapt to this artificial intelligence. Lesson number 2. To lead the race, you must own the space. Let me give you an example. I as a student, or you as a entrepreneur, or you as a employee, we have different discussion rooms. I can have something called a group where we discuss on a separate project. Some entrepreneurs discuss about the business investments, and employees discuss something about their next projects towards their AI or IT things. Now, there may be some situations where we are not there in that group and the major decisions are happening. Now, many people think that, oh, I am left out, I am felt out, and I could not join that. Why? Why you have treated it? Instead, go join the room. Nobody says no. Be a crucial part or a vital part among that, because nobody invites you. You go join. That is how leaders are born. Many great leaders, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Tim Cook, Satya Nadella, Sundar Pichai, all of these had a vital role to play in their boardrooms and in their companies. They were never invited. They went in. If we want to take in that perspective of our own story, Indian story, many summits happened. Let me give you. We have some summits called Bletchley Park Summit, which went on in 2023, or Seoul Summit, which went on in 2023-2024, and we had Paris Summit, which happened last year. So, why are we speaking about this? My dear friends, these 3 AI summits shockingly didn't intervene India's role. Yes, India was not a part of these AI summits, but India didn't step back. India didn't back off. India planned something bigger. So India came up with a plan called India AI Summit 2026. And you know what? It broke the records, because India AI Summit was the largest artificial intelligence summit which happened all across the globe. India stood rank 1. That was the power India had across other nations. India AI Summit 2026 changed the room, changed the game. India didn't join the room, India created the room, and India led the room. So what can we do? My dear friends, even in our schools, colleges, in our office, or in our businesses, we should not be invited, but we should take a part. Because in this race, in the AI era, where companies are fighting to be the fastest or the firstest, we need to be the fastest too, and we should adapt the fastest. So that's why, if you want to be in the race, you should have some space and create that space to be the first in the race. My dear friends, we are coming to the end of the video. Lesson number 3, the most vital lesson. Let me brief it out for you. The clock is ticking. Start building. My dear friends, the clock is ticking. While you're watching the video, this may be some 15 to 20 minute video or 10 to 15 minute video. The clock is ticking. The time is precious. After watching this video, you should start implementing how can I implement artificial intelligence or other new technologies or other new trends in my life or in my business or in my career. Because my dear friends, that day, just let me give you a perspective. If I, from 2026, put you in 1991, in 1994, that era was the internet era. If I put you there, what would you do? You would definitely start fast, because you knew internet would be the next revolution, because you already experienced 2026. You knew that it was going to be a big one, and you would start the first and you would become the greatest. And that's how billionaires have born. They didn't had something which made them billionaire. They had started fast. They had started first, and those things made them millionaires, billionaires. AI window is open. Shockingly, staggering 9,200 crores is the investment that India has made into Indian AI startups. Yes, 9,200 crores has invested. So the window is open. Hop in, or else in the next decade you will regret that. Why didn't I hop in that period? Why? Because this window is not going to be open forever. Today everyone uses YouTube. Today everyone uses internet. So there is no way that you can stand core competent. You have a lot of competition today. So if you want to evolve yourself, go hop into the window, AI window. we should have integration with artificial intelligence rather than just regretting or putting that it is going to destroy my life. In 1991, India was broke. India didn't stop. In 2026, India is the largest AI investor and invested itself in a huge basis, and that made India stand out from the world. So when are you going to stand out of the competition? It may be in your classroom, it may be in your office, it may be in your locality. If you want to start watching my videos. I have that to be delivered to you, and that's the objective of this channel. So if you like these videos like business, economics, geopolitics, then hop on, click the subscribe button plus bell, or else you'll miss something big every Saturday. We are going to discuss more such economic shifts, geopolitical case studies, and business empires and business shocking technologies which they are implementing. So just like, share this video to the maximum so that you could change some other's life and you will be changing your own life. So that's it from my side for today, guys. Meet you in the next one. Until then, bye bye. Thinking that you will make some change from watching this video.